Go back here. Pull out fast. So pull out fast, and then wait, was it quick raise, pull out, yeah, and then put away fast. We'll just get the put away, and then pull out empty. Yes, here we go. So empty, pull out. Where is it? It's sprint out, empty. Oh, I get it. It's for the yeah. So that's pull out, empty. So empty raise. Sorry, I kind of went blank there. It happens. Alright, so down here we have ADS fire, sprint in, all these things. We'll put sprint loop. Or actually, here, I'll just put the put away because I don't think it's gonna. I don't know if it'll work or not with that. So I'm just gonna put the pull out and put away for there. Give it a try if you want. I'm not too sure. I just don't want to have to scrap this entire thing because of one little animation not working correctly. Here we'll get the ADS fire, and then last shot, and then get the ADS up, ADS down, and then none of these matter because these are just dolphin dive stuff which don't work with Black Ops. So I'm just gonna exit that out. So now this is just the World at War one. So now we have all the names here. They're not the actual ported ones though. And by the way, you can close the Black Ops mod tools. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna actually I'm gonna port the actual animations. So now that we have these two folders, which I hope you didn't close because you still need them, we're gonna go and copy every single one. So we're gonna copy idle, then go here, search, then copy it over to World at War, and then just paste it. We're gonna do it for each one. So get ready for a pain. Well, it's what comes with porting guns, and you have to do this for every single gun. So, have fun, kids. Here. Last shot. And then you don't need the two melee because those are already included. Those are the originals from World at War. Reload and reload to empty. And pull out. And put away. Yeah, you just keep copying them. And empty, pull out. And then empty, put away. And then we'll do ADS fire. So that's good. And then view model Colt M1911 SW last shot. I think we already did. It'll tell us though. We already did it. Yes, we did. So I'll cancel that. And then ADS up. And then ADS down. And then we'll copy that over. Okay. Now, next problem. Every single of the animations that we copied is not compatible. Oh, look, they have the Wii aims. Sorry to point that out. Every single one of the Black Ops animations is not compatible with World at War for the reason that it's an older or it's a newer version than it can handle, and it's actually really simple to fix. Is the funny thing. But what we're gonna do is from top to bottom all of the animations, but I'm just gonna go and copy them from top to bottom. So I'll get the idle one, and then I'm gonna Control Z. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to put it in the search, and then I'm going to double click it to open it, and it'll ask you to choose what file. And this is another program you need to download. It's called HXD Hex Editor, and I'll show you where to get that, and it'll be in the description too. And then when you see it, it'll open a bunch of numbers and stuff. So if you see the first two numbers here, not the offset, the ones below it, it will say 13. That's the Black Ops pretty much version. You're going to want to change it to 11, which is the COD 4 version, and we're going to actually be porting the COD 4 view hands, so that'll work correctly. So just make sure you put 11 there, and then don't do anything, just press this little save button, don't do anything else, and then just close it, and then we go to the next one, which is idle empty, or empty idle, double click, hex editor, and then we change that, and make sure you highlight it, don't delete it and then try, because it'll say like you changed the file size or whatever. You want to continue, which you won't because it'll screw it up. So just highlight it and then type 11. So then good, save it, and then we'll get fire, and open that with the hex editor, and then 11, save, and then go to, that was SW fire, SW last shot, open it. It's a very long process. And then we're going to want to take it, type 11, save it. That was last shot, we'll get reload. And you'll see that the longer animations have more text, so this one has a lot to it. But yeah, don't edit anything but these two numbers, because it'll screw it up. So then we'll get the reload empty too while it's open. 11, save. So what's after that? We have pull out, lol. And we'll go to hex editor, change it to 11, save it, and then put away. And then okay, so we did pull out and put away, and then what's next? View model Colt M1911 SW empty pull out. So I'm gonna go copy it and then put it here and open it. Okay, so that's empty pull out and then empty put away. Save. Alright, what else? ADS fire, and then last shot we already did, so we don't need to do that one. Open it with the hex editor. Save it, and then ADS up and ADS down. Yeah, like you see, ADS is a very slow or it's a very quick animation, doesn't have a lot to it, so the text is a lot, not as much. Yeah, it's cool, a simple thing like this could fix a bunch of errors. Alright, so, that's good. And, as long as you use the original weapon file, all the, you should keep all the effects, like the shell ejects and stuff, because you can't port effects from Black Ops, so we're going to use the effects from the Colt in World at War. You won't see any difference, though. It'll look the exact same. Other than that, that's pretty much it. You guys should probably know how to do sound aliases. If you don't, I guess in a later tutorial I'll show them, but I don't have time today. I apologize. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for the weapon file as far as I see. The ammo's all good. Damage for now, at least. You can edit it all. It doesn't really matter. But, that's good. So now what we're going to do is file, save, and then we're going to make sure its target folder is single player, and then we'll say PC convert current asset only. And then there's a lot of errors, but none of these matter. These are just the ones saying it's duplicated my source folder. That's my problem. But down here, all that matters is it says it's converted the weapon. That's good. And then just hit any key, save it, exit out. So now what we're going to want to do is go back to the root folder and program files, my bad. And we're going to want to go Activision, World at War, and then we're going to want to pick our raw, and then we're going to want to find weapons, just like that, SP, and then and then after you find SP, we're going to want to find Black Ops _ and then right here I have M1911, so I'm just going to copy, so that's the weapon file, copy it, and then we'll go back to World at War, and then we'll go to mods, and then we'll go to whatever mod you're going to put it in, and I haven't decided. I don't know what I'm going to put mine in for now. Something that I know I can edit pretty easily. Sorry guys. I should make sure I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I guess I'll put it in Departed. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is go to Weapons, SP, and then you're going to paste it. So BO _ M1911, and I'm going to do it the easy way. A lot of people don't approve of this. I don't really know why. It doesn't really matter to me, but it really depends what you want to do. If you want to know, you can follow tutorials on zombie modding is where I would go on how to do this, but pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace another weapon, and obviously I'm going to replace the Colt, so I'm going to find zombie _ Colt, and I'll take the upgraded one too, and I'll just delete them. And then the Black Ops _ M1911, I'm just going to rename it to zombie _ Colt. So it's named that now, but still if we look at the what's in the weapon file, at heart it's still the M1911 because it has all the stuff we added. Okay, good. So now the weapon file is in there, and now we gotta add the images to our mod, which we converted so they actually show up in game. I'm gonna go to Xmodel export and then view model images, and then I'm gonna find the ones. I'm pretty sure the only one that converted was this one here because it's _C, which means it's a color map texture. But and then that's specular, that's normal, and then these are two that I always have. Don't ask why, just do what I say. And we're gonna want to go to Activision, Call of Duty World at War in another folder, and then we're gonna go to raw images, and then we're gonna search this, and then there'll be two. We're gonna want to copy the IWI, and then when you got the IWI, you're gonna want to go back to Call of Duty World at War mods, go to your map, which mine is Departed, there, and then go into images, and then paste it in there. So that's good. And yeah, then next thing you're gonna want to do is go, and then I don't think, I'm gonna check in here. I don't think there's any different one. No, it's good. I'm gonna copy the two, these two different ones, which I'm gonna get their name, and then I'm gonna go back to World at War raw images, and then I'm gonna get them and put them back raw. Oh, not raw. What the heck am I doing? Mods, and then go to Departed images, and I'll paste that in there, and then one more. This one, this is like a default texture kind of, I think, but I think it's needed. I'm honestly not too sure, but better safe than sorry. So I'm gonna go back to World at War raw images, search for it, Oh, okay, it's only a DDS, so it didn't convert. So we don't need to do that then. And I'll go back here. And now, what you're going to want to do is pretty much to get this weapon to work, we're going to need the COD 4 arms. And or else it's going to go all whack through your face, and you're going to be like, what the heck happened? Damn it, I'm going to unsubscribe from this Sage 1 person for screwing me up. So, I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to need another tool from Tom, and you can do this with the tool that I showed you earlier. It just is a little bit more confusing that way. But this is a really cool tool. It's Tom's BMX's X model mover for COD 4. And when you download it, it'll come with two applications, the COD 4 X model _ con and X model files. You're going to keep these in the same folder, and then open COD 4 X model files. Do not run as administrator, because for some reason, at least for me, it does not work when I do that. I'm going to open this up, and then what you're going to want to do is go and search for your COD 4 raw folder. So this is the file path, which, by the way, you have to have the COD 4 mod tools to get the sleeves. So make sure you have the COD 4 mod tools. I know I mentioned this all really late, but I'll make sure to put all the links in the description, at least hopefully if I remember. So yeah, it's program files 86 Activision Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and then raw. So search for that folder, and then your output folder is any folder you want. So I just put another thing on my desktop called COD 4 guns, and I'm just gonna delete those. And so what we're gonna want to do is search for view hands _ black _ kit. And then there'll be these things called view hands black kit, of course. So what you're going to want to do is make sure you click prefix folder, so it puts it in the folder for you. So if you have to port multiple things, it will not screw it all up. So then with it selected, you're going to click move, and then just wait a couple seconds, and then you can close this, and then go to whatever folder you saved it to, and you'll see a folder called view hands black kit. So then inside that, there'll be a bunch of things. These are pretty much everything that needs to go in your raw folder. So open up a new folder on top of it, and then go to your Call of Duty World at War, and then raw, and then just copy everything in there, and then it'll copy it all over, but I already have them, so I don't need to do it. Alright, so now we need to get the images for it over too. So what we're going to do is go here, go to our mod, which is mods, Nazi Zombie Departed, and then images, and then we'll go to this images, and then we'll copy everything in there and paste it in here, which I already have all of them, so you don't need to do that. So that's good. Now, even if you did that, it will still not use the view hands that you want. So if you go to your launcher, go to mod builder, and then find your mod. Let's go to Departed, and you're going to want to go down a little bit and find your maps folder. When you see maps, just double click it, and then you'll see I have a thing called _loadout.gsc. Usually you would not have something like this in your default, you would just have _zombie mode if you just generated your map. I actually had to get this from raw maps, so what I did is I went to Windows Explorer, and I went to OS, Program Files 86, Activision, Call of Duty World at War, and then I went to raw, and then of course maps, and then I searched for _loadout, and then right there you can see it, and then if we double click it, it'll open up a notepad thing, and here's all the scripts for it. What you're going to want to do is press Control F, and then search for, what do we want to search for? Zombie mode. And then if you see here, the default arms are View Model USA Marine arms. View Model USA Marine player. What you're going to want to change this to is View Hands Black Kit. So View Hands _black _kit. And then View Hands _black _kit. Do not edit this here though, as I just did, because if you edit it here, you will screw up the old version, and it'll always be looking for View Hands Black Kit if you do not have it in your mod. So what you're going to want to do is copy the, I'm just going to Control Z all the things I did. What you're going to do is copy it from this folder, so say copy, and then paste it in your mod maps. So if we go into the loadout that's in mine, and I'll just make sure, close all but this, and we search zombie mode, you'll see that I already have the view hands black kit in there. So that's pretty much what it says to like use those view hands. So that's good. We can exit to that. Now I'm pretty sure this will be the last thing we have to do. Well, second last thing. But as long as we have all the images in here, it's good for now. We're going to want to go down here, and then we're going to have to call every single thing. First thing you're going to want to do is put xmodel slash viewhands underscore black underscore kit, which is pretty much including the xmodel in the mod, so it'll actually show up. If you don't do that, it will not show up at all, so make sure you do that. It's very important. You have to do this for every single xmodel, xanimation, and then material. So as you see, the two materials it has are material mtl black underscore kit underscore hands, so make sure you copy that too, and then material comma mtl underscore black underscore kit underscore sleeves. So that's good. Now we're going to want to add everything that we need for the 1911. So we're going to have to go back and find what the X models are called. So I'm going to go to Asset Viewer and find the X models. So let's type T5 underscore weapon, and then I just like copy it all, or just write it all out. Even if you see it there, just write it all out anyways. And if you see it go away, like if I type something wrong like that, you know you did something wrong. So then I'll do the view model first. You see I already did something wrong. View model 1. So now you know that's right. So you just copy that from there, because you can't copy right here. You can't copy that. So you copy this, and then in your fastfilemod.csv, you create a new line. And since this is an X model, you're going to want to say X model, comma, and then paste it. And it looks like there's two L's, but there's not. There's an L and there's a 1. I know it's confusing. Don't ask why they did that. But anyways, I'm going to go back here, and then there'll be another one called LOD underscore 1. So I'm going to type it out, LOD01. And then I can copy that name, and then I can say X model, and then put it there too. Oh, what the heck? I didn't copy it. Yeah, always make sure you actually do copy it. That would be a smart idea. Oh, what the heck? It's not copying. Well, that makes me sad. Looks like we're going to have to do this manually. And then we're going to want to say LOD01, so that's right hand underscore LOD01. So that's good. Now we're going to want to do the materials. So if you see down here, you're going to have to manually type these in, so make sure you just move it over a little bit, I guess. So then type material slash, or comma, sorry, and then we'll type mtl underscore t5 underscore weapon underscore m1911 underscore mp, and then it's the same as right here. One sec. Alright, so that's the only material that there is. If we even go back to here, you see it's the exact same material. There's no changes. Good. Now we're gonna have to do all the animations. So I'm gonna go back to Asset Manager here, and then I'm gonna open up the weapon settings.gdt that we had opened earlier, which you can just go down here and it'll say 1 source data weapon settings. Unless you've been editing something, it'll be down here somewhere, or you'll have to open it manually in the source underscore data folder. But anyways, just click weapon settings.gdt, and then find Black Ops underscore M1911, which is right there. That's good. And then we're going to want to go down until we see Xanim, which it's right there. So now what we're going to want to do is count how many animations there are. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that one we already did, 12, 13. So there's 13. So what we're going to want to do is type Xanim, and then put a comma, and then copy it, and then press enter to make a new line, and then so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's good. And you have to do this for every X animation you put in for every gun, including the X models too and the materials, or material, depending how many you have. So now we're just going to do this one by one. View model, and then we'll put it there. And I'll click one below, and we'll put empty. It's good. And then fire. And then last shot. And then reload. And then reload empty. And then we'll get pull out. And put away. And then empty pull out. Empty put away. And then ADS fire. And then as you remember, we already had the last shot, repeats it. And then we'll say ADS up, view model 1911 ADS down. And then that's pretty much everything we need. So as long as you did everything I did, you'll have all those there, and that's good. So then reload your mod, so just double click that, and then on your mouse wheel go up, down, and then you'll see there's a bunch of stuff that's unchecked. We're going to want to check all this. So you see in here, I don't need to check that, that was something else I was doing. So all these view model black kits and the texture for the gun, and then the weapon camo off, it's good. So then go, and you can close Asset Manager, by the way, and then just go and say build mod, and I'll let that build. And those are just different stuff, by the way, that doesn't concern what I did. And then we'll go to compile level, and then I'll compile my map, because you added all those X models to your raw. Anything that's not in your mod, you have to compile. If you want, you could add everything to your mod, but I just find it too much of a pain anyways. Doesn't really matter to me to have to compile my map, and I would probably be editing something in Radiant anyways, so it's not too much of a big deal. I'll just go through that. Yep. And that's stuff that doesn't concern this. Any errors you see don't concern it. I'll let you know if there is one, because then we'll have to go and problem solve, which I actually find it is, I'm not saying it's a good thing to get errors, but in my case I can usually fix things, so it would be a good case if I got one error so I could kind of show you guys how to fix it. But anyways, we got all that. So now I'm going to go meet you guys in game in a couple seconds, so that's pretty much all I have to say. I'll be back in like not very long. Probably like right now. Alright guys, I got my map loaded. I'm just gonna, or my mod, I'm just gonna launch it and let it go through its thing. So now we should spawn with the M1911. So as you see, this is the one from Black Ops, so that's pretty cool. They are a little bit glitchy, as you see. Can't really help that. That's Black Ops for you. It can get a little glitchy, but this is pretty much, I think it's alright. Tell me guys what you think. As you see, it's slimmer like the one. As you saw, I didn't port the actual animation. I probably could do it better if I tried, but that's just a simple tutorial for you. Die. No, I'm going over clip over there. You guys are going down. And as you see, the sounds are not correct right now, but you can easily do that. So if you know how to do sound aliases, which are fairly simple once you know how to do them. But if you guys want a tutorial for sound aliases and stuff for guns and such, I'll show you how to do that. But for now, this is it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped a lot because it took me a long ass time to do it. And other than that, that's it for now. So stage 1, peace, and I'm out.